Today, we're looking at success and what does true success mean? And for many people, and certainly in days gone by, it was all about the good job, the good house, the income coming in the bank account, and so on. But there's so much more to life than that. And success, true success that gives you that fulfillment that we all need in life, usually starts from a much deeper place. And today I've got the lovely Vick Bain with me, and I'm delighted to have you in the first place. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Well, I would love to ask you is what do you believe success is? What does it mean to you?
Yes, I think it took me a long time to realize this actually, but I've been doing a lot of work and thinking around values over the past few years. So I think understanding what your values are and then going for a career which fulfills those values. So it really, yeah, it took me decades to understand that, your core beliefs, your principles, really, you're not going to feel fulfilled or successful until you find a career pathway that speaks to those. And my personal values, I realized really are things to do with social justice, diversity, and inclusion. And so I have found myself in my 50s following my heart, going back to, well, I say to my kids, it's going back to school, going back to university, doing a PhD, which is something that aligns with those values. So that's what I find myself doing. So I only work part-time now, I study part-time, but I feel very fulfilled.
Brilliant. I love that. I love that. It takes me back to the interview when I was joining the police and they asked me, was I aiming for the top? And even then, I just thought, I'm aiming as far as I can go, but I'm not going to trample on people to get there. And if I find fulfillment in a different place, then that's where I'm going to stay. And I think, as you say, the values, the core beliefs that you have that guide you, the principles that you live by, if the sort of archetypal idea of success took you outside of those, it wouldn't be success, would it? And that's what you're saying, really. So I love that. And so, what about your clients? What kind of success do you bring to them?
Well, obviously it's different for everyone, for every client that I work with, but it's all about helping them align with values of social justice. And in fact, more often now, I am doing work with various organizations, helping them identify what their values are, helping that, especially within the equality, diversity, inclusion, family of beliefs. So if an organization doesn't know what their values are, I take them through a process of getting them to reflect and think about and identify what they are. And then we can do work around those that helps those organizations achieve actions which align with those values. So that's what success looks like. And I truly believe, actually, if organizations get this right, it does help them become more economically successful in the end. But that's kind of a byproduct of making sure that the people within those organizations are happier and more fulfilled.
Yes, I think when you're leading other people into success, as you say, you've got to help them find what are they looking for and helping. So I think sometimes people don't realize the power of looking inside yourself and reading what your heart is saying and allowing yourself to go for it. And certainly for myself, by following my heart, that's when the other things fall into place. Whereas beforehand, I was trying to follow somebody else's instructions or beliefs about how to run a business. It just wasn't working. It just, it didn't work for me, and it didn't actually bring me financial success either. So, no, thank you for sharing that, Vic. Well, how can people get in touch with you if they would like to?
I have a website, so vbain.co.uk, VBAIN.
And actually, people can just Google me as well, because I'm the only Vick Bain, I think, in the world. VickBain. So I'm on various social media platforms, but a good place. People can send me a message through my website as well.
Love it. Thank you very much. Now, if you're watching us today and you'd love to get in touch with Vic, then obviously do that. We have a longer podcast which is all about heart leadership rather than the head. And I'd love it, Vic, if you would come back and let's explore this whole topic together, certainly around the sort of diversity and inclusion and how we can reach deeper connections there through following our heart. So I'm just going to invite you on the air here. Would you like to come and join me on that one?
Of course I would. I'd be really, really delighted. Thank you.
Brilliant. So if you're watching us and you'd like to hear more of Vic's methods and how she works with people, then come and join us on Heart, Not Head, where true leaders are born. Thanks very much, Vic.
My pleasure.